Yes, y'all. What is good? Uh, Another amazing day because we're alive, we're healthy, and I get to do another episode with you guys. So, welcome to another episode of Sneaks, Rhymes, and Life. I am your host, Lionel McDonald. So, where am I at today? What are we going to talk about? Oh, yes. So lots is happening, I guess, quote unquote, in the hip hop world. I think it was really interesting to see. I think I got the name wrong originally, but uh, Jay Prince, which some may know, some may not, but he is one of the most influential parts of the hip hop game, although he's truly not connected, or you would see, or not really in the forefront when we call talking about selling millions of streams and a variety of other things, but he's well connected. So we saw definitely saw recently a post on Instagram, and we know that there was beef between our certified lover boy from Canada, otherwise known as Drizzy, otherwise known as Drake, otherwise known as the Six God, and the one and only Ye, aka Kanye West. So they had some beefs. There were some things that were said. The albums came out at the same time. There were some shots fired, but guess what? He got them to I wouldn't say kiss and make up, but he got them on screen together. They took some pictures. They had some laughs. So it's great that we're not going to go down the road of another Jay-Z, or not even Jay-Z, well, another Jay-Z Nas beef, or that's that public, or a Drake and Pusha T beef, or even worse, unfortunately, a um, Tupac and Biggie beef. So good news that they were able to solve this, but it started making me think, right? Yes, like, hey, there are so many people doing so many good things, and a lot of them right now are women. But I think when we talk about the greatest of all time and the upper echelon of amazing MCs, don't think women get the press or the accolades as they should. And we've had some amazing MCs over time. So I am going to highlight today on today's episode 10 of the most impactful MCs probably of all time. Well, not just probably, we'll just say it's all time. So, and I think there's so many people that have done so many good things. I think we need to take it even just a little time and give so many people some props. So let me take you through the honorable mention list quickly before I get into a 10. So we know that there's many people out there. Probably the most popular artist currently right now, outside Drake and Kanye, and arguably last year she was even more popular than either one of them, is Megan Thee Stallion. So salute to Meg. Totally dope MC. Respecting what you do. Not the content is maybe not everything that I want to hear, but she's definitely captivated an artist, or an audience. Just like another honorable mention, which would be Cardi B. I think you can't go too far without the legend from the 90s, Foxy Brown. I think maybe one of the greatest songs we've ever heard what came from it was the Lady of Rage on I think it was the Above the Rim soundtrack, and still remember the video, and it was just so epic. I think the impact of Yo-Yo over time, and just the things that she's been able to do from a West Coast perspective, and then the monotone goddess, otherwise known as Bahamadia, definitely for me would be on my list of honorable mentions that I've said. That when we talk about impactful and amazing MCs, I'm just they didn't make my 10, but I will give you 10. So I will start from let's say it's the bottom. I'm just going to start the list. It's going to be in no order. So let's start with a tie at 10 and cheating because they were in the same group. I think they made some of the most impactful and memorable songs, from Shoop to What a Man. I think Salt and Pepper definitely has to be on a top 10 when we talk about women that were great MCs. Number 9, I think maybe the most rugged MC that we've ever heard. And just continues to spit straight fire for the Flipmode squad, is Remy Ma. Although I don't like her pitch, she definitely has spit some fire bars over time, and has been pretty consistent. Not that Grammys and awards is the measuring stick, but I don't. It's tough to say that we talk about great MCs that are women. And when she wants to get it in, she can get it in. So Nicki Minaj makes my list. And then I think we then look at probably the best, the most underrated MC that we've probably ever heard. And then I'm going to say that openly, that Jean Grey has been spitting fire for 10 plus years and doesn't get the prep. We don't even talk about Jean Grey. I know she was down with Most for a while and down with, many other people. She's had tracks with some of the legends of the game, but we just don't talk about Jean Grey. And if you haven't listened to Jean Grey spit, she, I would compare her to Rhapsody, and Rhapsody is another great MC, but Rhapsody's got some love. She had Ninth Wonder on the boards for her. Jean Grey didn't have those types of things and is still absolutely amazing. And I would totally say that she is an MC that needs to be considered as one of the greats as an MC period, and not just a woman. And then I will tell you that probably the next 6 are probably the 6 biggest game changers when we look at women as MCs. So Little Kim obviously would have to be on that. I think she brought sex appeal and a raw voice, or a raw style, even though with her own, petite frame, and how she, accentuates, sex in her lyricism. But she was great. She was amazing. She continues to do great things. I think people continue to get excited. And I know people say, hey, she shouldn't have got all that work done to her face and just kept it the way she is, because she was a beautiful queen the way she was. But everyone makes their own choice, and that's what it is. But when we talk about Kim as an MC and what she did with Junior Mafia, like when you heard a Junior Mafia track in the 90s, you weren't excited to hear Caesar, probably even lesser to extent, anybody else. But even though Biggie was on the track, I think you look to hear what was Little Kim gonna say. So salute to Kim. I think she continues to be an amazing MC. Call it, I would say, the GOAT of the early parts of the golden era. None other than MC Lyte. Light as a Rock is one of the great late 80s, early 90s albums. It has such a feel. It is hip hop at its essence when we talk about MCing and just how you do it on the mic, how you command a crowd. I think Rakim said it best: it's MC means move the crowd. And I think definitely MC Lyte makes you feel that way, makes you that she's conducting how things should go down. And then I think as we get down the home stretch here, I think the 3 or the 4 for me that are almost in a class of their own. First, I would give you Roxanne Shantae, and it's like, oh, Roxanne Shantae, really? Like, when you talk about, if you saw their most recent verses with Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One, and you saw Kane bring Roxanne Shantae, and she was part of the Juice Crew. She was like the mother, or the godmother of the Juice Crew. She spit some of the fiercest lyrics ever that came out of that crew. She was the only one willing to respond to KRS-One when he wrote the bridge to diss MC Shan. she is a legend in her own right, and definitely deserves her flowers. I would love to see, you know, a women's showcase on Versus, that you had some of these MCs, you know, I wouldn't say go head to head, but really come out and just show how amazing the talent, and, you know, in a male dominated world, that we have great women MCs doing amazing things. And then next up would be Missy. Missy may be the most creative person that we've ever seen in hip hop, you know, probably on an echelon only with Busta Rhymes. I think we still talk about, from a show and a performance and an entertainment standpoint, that could be the most fun verses to watch, is a Missy and Busta versus. She's done so many things, from inside hip hop to ads with major brands like the Gap. I think she is a cultural icon, a creative genius, not only just as an MC but also as a producer. You know, Virginia, you know, the things that came out of there between her, Matt Skills, Teddy Riley, and obviously the Neptunes led by Pharrell, is unprecedented, and Missy definitely deserves her flowers. But when she wants to get down, she is a amazing MC on the pen and on the mic. So she definitely deserves a bow and a curtsy and a salute, and throw up the prayer sign. You know, Missy, you know, you are all that and then some. The bag of Chips Ahoy, as we used to say in the 90s. All that in a bag of Chips Ahoy. So salute, Missy. I think one of the most captivating MCs that we've ever heard is the one and only Miss Lauryn Hill. So from what she did with the Fugees, you know, Killing Me Softly is a song that's still played today. You know, lyricism on vocab to all the things that she did on the, you know, the Grammy award winning The Score, their second album. And then she comes out with the, you know, the Miseducations of Lauryn Hill, her first solo project. And again, that is an album that captivated the world when it came out, and she won Grammy after Grammy because of it, but not because it was just a pop album. But you listen to Lost Ones and how she spit, she is disgusting. She is absolutely fire on the mic and deserves all of our praise and then some. It's like, oh, hey, Lauryn Hill's late for shows and all these things that she gets knocked for, you know. And I think I'm so glad that in the magical world of hip hop, the one of the MCs that she probably is connected with best over time is one only Nas, that they created If I Ruled the World back in '96, and fast forward to 25 years later, that she steps in the booth and they work on the song called Lost Ones, and she kind of breaks down her whole story. And I think it's so refreshing to hear. It's still right now, late in mid-November, it is my favorite verse that I've heard all year is by the one Lauryn Hill, because I was shocked to hear her sing to spit it. I didn't know what we would get in having her on the mic, but it's like it was a total game changer for me and how things sounded with Nas's project with Hit Boy and being Kin Disease 2, still my choice for potential album of the year. And we'll have to see how the Grammys shake out this year. And not that the Grammys are the be all and end all, but to me, from a hip hop standpoint, it's an award-winning album. So again, salute Nas and obviously Miss Lauryn Hill on my favorite song for the whole year, which would be Lost Ones. So I saved the final spot for, I guess, what we'll call royalty, because I think no list of great female or women MCs can be complete with the one and only Queen Latifah. So Queen Latifah, we know that she was part of Flavor Unit. You know, she was down with Naughty by Nature and all of those cats from Jersey, and they're all mad cool, but she was something special and continues to be special. And we've seen what she's done in the world, but you know, from being a model to being an actress to doing so many things in supporting, you know, many movements, including Black Lives Matter. But Queen Latifah, is her claim to fame is that she's an amazing MC. One of the most empowering songs is the one she did with Moni Love. So shout out to, again, another dope MC, Moni Love from England. But Ladies First is a dope track. Black Rain is an amazing album in its totality. I still remember in probably 91, like, you know, the kids at school, Black kids that went to my school, we would wear a medallion of Africa to remind us where we came from and to be proud of our heritage. And I definitely wanted to wear that type of pendant because Queen Latifah and Big Daddy Kane wore that pendant. I got a special one from the US, and had like a gold, it was fool's gold, but people thought it was real at one point. So that's for another day. But I was proud that, you know, we talked about Black empowerment, and I never heard people talk about, you know, the importance of Black people, and until I really listened to hip hop and, you know, our cultural relevance and how society has painted this picture about us. But Queen Latifah helped me really realize a lot of things and continue. She is one of my favorites. And when I listen to some of my favorite albums, I continue to gravitate to Black Rain and UNITY, among other songs, because she just does it right for me. And for me, she is the upper echelon of MCs in general, but definitely I resonate with her more so than any other, you know, MC that's a woman. So Queen Latifah, you know, you're truly amazing. You're one of my favorites, and I hold you in the highest regard. You know, when we talk about, you know, the great MCs, or even MCs that don't get enough credit for how good they are, you know, you think of Royce, or you think of Black Thought, or you think of Buckshot, but I put Queen Latifah in that category of amazing MCs that do not get that credit. And I really wanted to do that. I think Queen Latifah, if you were ever listening to this, I did this episode that I could talk about you and my admiration for your career, and obviously how great and how you've impacted me over my life. You know, it's like, oh, we talk about great MCs. It's like, how can you not say Queen Latifah? Like, Queen Latifah's been there, done that, paved the way for so many people that have followed her in her footsteps. So to the Queen, salute, much appreciated. Thank you for everything that you do for the game. So no, I'd love to hear in the comments, for you guys to react to this on Instagram. Who is your favorite female MC? Who do you like? What's the impact on MCing to you? And does it matter if it's a man or a woman that's on the mic? We got some great ones right now. Probably, I would say there are more, you know, the pop culture in terms of when it comes to hip hop, we have literally a 50-50 split. You know, what is impacting society right now is probably more so women than it is men when we're talking about being behind the mic. And we got some great people, you know, geez, you know, whether it's, you know, it's Travis Scott or Drake or Kanye, you know, we talk about Cardi B and Meg. They are right there with those guys. So again, thank you for listening and giving some ladies some flowers on some of the great things they've done and they continue to do. You know, love what's happening and what's cultivated over time. And I think you need to, you know, you haven't listened to some of the MCs that I mentioned, whether it's MC Light or it's Jean Grey or it's Queen Latifah or it's Remy Ma. Take some time, really listen to what they had to say, really listen to their skill and how they spit. And I know there's so many other ones that are out that I couldn't even mention. because really it'd be a top 20 list and not a top 10 list. And I squeezed a lot of honorable mentions in there, try to show some love, but that would be my 10 of my favorite MCs that are women. And some of them are the best in the game and some of the best that we've ever heard. So ladies, salute. Everyone, thank you for listening to my episode on women that are MCs and some of my favorites. Another episode of Sneaks Rhymes in Life. Peace.